why you should not be with what is perceived as a low interest partner, right? Male or female, honestly. If you're a babe, is this if you're. So the first thing, I have my notes, right? So this is going to be fair. She has the capacity to zone out. When you talk to someone and it seems like you're talking to a brick wall, you're genuinely trying to get into someone's psyche, try to understand their thought processes and everything they do, right? You try to just talk. You may not be talking about some crazy shit, like you're not trying to decode the Da Vinci Code, you're not trying to explain astrophysics to her. You're just having a regular conversation as you do with a person that you're dating, right? It's honestly very chill type of conversations. Sometimes they have the capacity to zone out. Let me give you an example. You're talking to your date or your partner, and say you're talking about your cat, right? It can seem as something like, what the fuck is this person talking about their cat? And genuinely, you don't care for talking about your cat, but they seem to think that it's not something worth bringing up right now, In fact, almost everything that you do bring out is pointless. It's regarded as pointless because the interest was already low to begin with. So you're trying to raise interest. So it feels like you're not getting anywhere. You have to be compelling all the time, which is not realistic. You feel me? So they tend to zone out in situations like they get on their phone. Stuff. Usually, getting on the phone is a telltale sign that this person has zoned out on conversation with you. I'm even talking when you've started a date, like you've started, not even a minute in, your date is on the phone, right? So they tend to zone out. The second one is the sex sucks. When you're dealing with a low interest partner, you get surface level physical intimacy. And I'm not only talking about in the bedroom, I'm talking about from you're at work, you're going on about your business, and this person teases you, so to speak, right? With whatever this person considers teasing. It sucks. It does not come naturally to them to be physically intimate with you, aside from being in the bedroom. And even when you're in the bedroom, it still feels nah. You get what I mean? My next point is there is no respect for you, or it's low respect. This ties into the first two, right? When somebody zones out on you on conversation, gets on their phone, this is just date etiquette. I genuinely feel like even though you have been with someone for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, being on a phone when you're on a date with your partner is just plain and simple disrespect. You should not be doing something like that, male or female. You genuinely should not. I'm not talking about put your phone face down, because that's also kind of perceived as toxic at times. But don't be blatant about things like that, I mean, it's genuinely crazy when somebody does not respect you when you're in a defined relationship. I don't mind if you have a rotation and this person is on their phone, or you go to the bathroom and they bang the waitress or waiter. You get that doesn't, if it's just a rotation piece, that doesn't matter. But if you're in a clearly defined relationship, bro, respect your partner. Even though they are talking about absolutely nothing, like utter shit. He could be talking about how the air pressure was not the same today, or some bullshit. Just take it, respect them, listen, contribute, and move on. It's literally like an hour. You're not going to die by listening to some irrelevant conversation for an hour. And this shit of trying to get super intellectual with your partner also, so you can maintain interest. Fuck your partner's interest, you guys. Fuck that shit. Fuck your partner's interest. Just talk, express yourself. If your partner wants, they will contribute. If they do not, then you know that you are not going to really go anywhere far with them to begin with. The next point is you will feel like you're grasping at straws a lot of the time. Grasping at straws, you feel like you're not doing enough, you walk a meter and she takes a meter back, or he takes a meter back. You walk 2, takes a half a meter back. So it feels like you're grasping at straws. And this all, by the way, begins with the type of mental situation your person is dealing with, right? You also yourself, because sometimes you can overthink something and it's not the case. But if you know in your heart of hearts that you feel like you're grasping at straws because of the experience that you've had with previous partners, it's not the same with this one, then you're on to something. They tell you trust your gut. Trust that shit. You're on to something. You're not thinking things. That shit is for real. If you want to know that shit is for real, ask her. Tell her, hey, why does it feel like I'm grasping at straws? And then see the reaction. If it is dismissive, you most likely are. If it is cooperative in a sense of what do I do that makes you feel like you're grasping at straws, and you're able to communicate it effectively. Some of you guys and women are not able to communicate. I've also been culprit of that shit. I've failed to communicate. I've seen old people, married people, fail to communicate to their partners, and the shit has hit the fan and people have deserted each other. But the bottom line is, if you feel like you're grasping at straws from the jump, then you're dealing with a low interest partner. And grasping at straws implies from how your dating funnel works. A dating funnel, I got this from some guy called Austin Danner. Your dating funnel is how you start from Instagram, whatever dating app you use to date, say Instagram, or if you meet them physically, say you stop a person of interest on the street and say, hey, my name, hey, I think you're beautiful. What's your name? And they come and are like, my name is so and so, maybe Jessica, and do not ask you what your name is. In my opinion, you should cut it there. Then, like, it's simple courtesy to ask, hey, what's your name? I'm Jessica. Your name is? What's your name? You know, that type of thing. And lastly, you will feel like she has one foot out the door, or he has one foot out the door. The thing about a low interest partner is that in most cases, if they are willing to tolerate you, it points to a sense of wanting to have companionship from someone who has a higher level of interest in them than they do in their partner. So having one foot out the door means that she's very, very likely to be swayed away from you, or even he is very likely to be swayed away from you. For guys, male nature is really like that. I'm not here trying to say that guys are perfect. They are not. I'm not. Far from it, actually. But more so for ladies, if you feel like your partner has one foot out the door, or is not triggered by the idea of you walking away, then you already know that that's not going to last. Like that shit is not going to be fair. There is something fulfilling and satisfying about knowing and having full and utter confidence that your partner is infatuated by you, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Everything about you just does it for them, you know? Bruh, we're all going to go purple pill at some point, but you want to have a person who enjoys your company. So it's not just about the physical. Somebody who enjoys spending time with you, who enjoys talking about nothing with you. That shit is fair. That shit is fair.